All right, so on March 4th, folks, the rematch between welterweight champion Tyron Woodley and Stephen Thompson. It goes down UFC 209. So first, let's talk about that fight. It ended in a majority draw. So you were very convinced that you won. You look back at it now. Did you see how it played out?
I think he was convinced I won. You look at his facial expression when they raised my hand, it was almost giving up love, like, it was a good fight, he won. I was the only one that did some, fight-ending damage in that fight. I hurt him bad in the first round. I hurt him really bad in the fourth round. A lot of people thought the fight should have been stopped. And then every round outside of that was a close round. So we're here today to run it back.
All right, to run it back. So if every round, in your opinion, do you agree? You weren't looking at him like it was over.
I thought I had second, third, and fifth round. Yeah, he did some damage in the first, hit me in the nose. That was about it.
Almost broke his nose, cut him open.
He didn't break it. A little cut.
And both his eyes was black like a raccoon.
But he did smoke me in the head a few times in the fourth round. Ended up getting a deep guillotine in the fourth. Ended up popping my head out, finishing him up on top, helping him off the canvas in the fourth round.
With no punches landed either.
So, you know what? We're going to be running it back anyway.
You're going to run it back.
We're running it back.
So what's the edge that you have over Tyron?
You know what I mean? Just being not knowing what I'm going to be throwing. You know what I mean? I've got a karate background, very hard to get ready for. You know what I mean? Hard to bring in guys to help you with that. Of course, he's a smart guy, so I know he's bringing guys in to help with that.
Okay, so what are you doing to prep for this man, if anything? Because you seem like you got it all, like you ready.
No, I'm ready for sure. Because he not only do I feel like he comes with a sense of entitlement. I'm the champion of the world, and I feel like at a certain level, when I was a contender, I respected the champion as so, and I just I really don't feel that authentic respect. So with that said, I've done everything, but I'm faster, I'm stronger, I punch harder, I'm a better wrestler, I'm a better grappler, and even his gift, which is his elusive karate, I was able to neutralize that and stop that in the last fight. And all I'm going to do is expound upon that performance, bring in better training partners, many of which are better strikers than him in his own world. So I'm going the extra mile just to silence the haters and really put the nail in the coffin.
Let's talk about that authentic respect and entitlement he feels you have.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get that. You know what I mean? He thinks I'm entitled, that I begged for this fight. I was given the contract. That was it. I got it in December. I signed it, didn't ask for anything, didn't renegotiate, just signed it and sent it back.
Do you respect him as a champion?
I respect him as a champion. Are you kidding? I mean, he's a champion for a reason.
But he didn't respect me before I punched him in the face. After he got out the octagon with me in 5 rounds of war.
I don't know where you get that. I've always respected you, man.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
The thing that I feel is that every time we do an interview side by side, it's so respectful, we're so cordial, we're so buddy-buddy. And then I look at all these interviews, and the video's online. You can pull it up on YouTube.
Oh,
he don't deserve the title shot.
That's the thing.
He don't deserve the title shot. I do respect you. You know that. I've never not respected you, though. That's the whole thing.
Well, how can you say that? How can you say that?
Tyron should relinquish his belt as a champion. Tyron Woodley's going to lose to Robbie Lawler. I decide I should fight Robbie. He's going to win anyway. That's what I should do. I need to be a better champion. Explain it to me. How do I need to be a better champion? I wanted to ask you that anyway.
All right, first off, if you're the champion.
I am the champion.
I know.
So I wonder how you're going to tell me how to be a better champion.
Especially if it was a draw.
If you were the champion. If you were the champion, which you're not.
You run it back.
So how do you tell the champion of the world and the best weight class in the world how to be the champion?
How can you be okay with the draw?
How can you be okay with knowing you lost the fight?
How can you be okay with the draw?
How can you be okay with knowing you lost the fight?
After we drew, he's already asking for other fights. Other people,
because I moved on.
Other fighters, he's asking for it. Going up a weight class, asking to fight Bisping. I'm like, run it back, man.
Okay, so were you okay with the draw because you wanted Bisping?
No, I wasn't okay with the draw, but when you say run it back, this is the whole thing. Any person, the 3 blind mice could have watched that fight. 3 judges on the first time
But what was it?
But what was it?
What'd they say?
What was it to you?
What was it? It was a draw.
I
thought I won second, third, and fifth round. Yeah, I give you the 10-8 in the fourth. Which
so how did you win the third round? What'd you do?
I pointed you, man. What you talking about?
So we fighting or we pointing each other?
It's still a fight. It's a game, baby. You know how to play the game. I know how to play the game.
So you in your mind, you're like, I won, so you wanted to move on. And in your mind, a real champion wouldn't have said, okay, I'm happy with a draw.
Exactly.
I'll take a draw.
Exactly.
Your take.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we
My take is me and most of the world, granted, going into this fight, I feel like, Wonder Boy was promoted as he was the champion. I'm the champion. I knocked out the baddest welterweight in the world in record-breaking time, and I don't get the respect I deserve. So with that said, don't have him walk out with an American flag like I'm from, a different country. Don't have him paraded around. Don't have everything revolved around him. And then I go out there.
Well,
I prove, one second, the champion's talking.
I walked out with a flag because, excuse me, it was for the wounded vets. That was it.
And then on top of that, after that, everybody, he got all this muscle, he can't make it 5 rounds. Well, I beg your pardon, that most of the damage that was done was in the championship rounds. You know, that he barely survived out of the round. Many fighters and many judges would have stopped, referees would have stopped that contest when I dropped him for the 3rd time in the 4th round. So,
Tyron, why do you think he gets more respect? Why do you think they treated him like he was a champion?
Just because people don't like to hear it, but it's a culture of our sport. We're dealing with a different set of rules.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that
why do they promote Wonder Boy more?
Because the UFC fans in general, we go through niches, we go through genres of people we like to fight. You know, this is a genre of they want to see a clean cut guy like this young man to the left doing a razzle dazzle, super flashy fighting, and that's what they're in. Before then, it was the guys that would fight to the death. Some people say it's race and sport. The second I bring up race and sport, I'm immediately race baiting, but I can point out clear facts where
you're saying because
no
he's
other
white,
champion has been treated like me.
You're saying he's white, they support him more?
I'm not saying they support him more, but he sure as heck has some fans that, cross the line quite a bit of time, which is not his fault. I'm not saying that's him. Let's get that clear because I don't want to go on record. I do respect him. I have been friendly and cordial with him. I will be friendly and cordial when we walk out. But let's put the cards on the table. Real is real. If I was a different complexion, I think people and fans would treat me a different way.
Why? Why is that?
That's a great question. I would love to know why.
I don't see that at all.
You don't see that at all?
I don't see it, man.
Okay.
No, I mean,
I
think we were promoted the exact same way.
Who's the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world right now?
Best pound-for-pound?
Currently.
What do you think?
Best as far as the rankings, best pound-for-pound fighter. Demetrius Johnson, African-American male, completely a Tasmanian devil. Why don't he have the big endorsements? Why is he making the most money? Like, what's the difference? You know what I mean? Think about it. The second John Jones slip on a banana peel and do something that, granted, he's his own enemy, but they can't wait to throw him underneath the bus. But other people of different races are given so many different chances.
He threw himself under the bus.
Yeah, he did. But
what are you talking about?
Hey, but there's plenty of other athletes. You know, we can have a whole show on that.
Is there any validity to what he's saying that he's not being treated like the other champions?
I don't see it at all. No, man. I mean,
I'm by far the worst treated champion in the history of UFC. Blatantly facts. And guess what? When March 4th come along, UFC 209, I will defend this belt. I will move forward in my legacy, and I will continue to do what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. I fight for my family. I fight for God. I fight for my legacy. I don't fight for fame. I don't fight for money, contrary to what people believe. But I'm going out here, and I'm trying to be a legend. I'm trying to be the best welterweight that ever graced the octagon. And to do that, I got to knock him off again. And I got to knock 3 or 4 other loudmouths off again until it's undeniable that I'm the best welterweight on the planet Earth.
Your take. You say you don't see that, but
I don't see it at all.
I feel like you might have a little empathy.
You know what? He is the champion. He's a champion for a reason. He's a tough guy. I respect him, even though he doesn't think I do.
I think you respect me, but I do think you're entitled to this fight.
I'm not entitled. I didn't beg for this fight. They gave it to me.
So why you put out?
They gave it to me.
So why you put out bond agreement on the internet?
They gave me my contract. I signed it. Didn't ask for it. Didn't renegotiate. That's all I did. Signed it. I didn't beg for it. They gave it to me.
Man, I watched you on social media beg for it, man. It's kind of.
I did not beg for it. See, go back and see on social media where I begged for this fight.
You like and retweet every comment of, he won.
Dude,
if
it's a draw,
did you feel like you won the fight?
That's it.
Let me ask you this question. Did you think you won the fight when we stopped?
I did. I thought I won 3 of the 5 rounds.
So you thought that you got nearly knocked unconscious, nearly choked out, completely battered in the first round.
But it didn't happen.
And you thought you won the fight after that.
That was almost.
I'm just asking. I just want to see, where we at.
3 of the 5 rounds.
I don't know about you guys. UFC 209, March 4th in Paradise, Nevada. Or Nevada. What is it? Is it Nevada or Nevada?
Fight City.
Nevada.
All
right.
Fight capital.
I'm into it. This interesting that you think you're the worst treated champion.
It's no think. It's a complete fact.
All right. I need to know. The Twitter will respond. Your social media is about to blow up. Wikipedia mentions. A pleasure and good luck to you both. Can I get you guys a shake on it? Because I think you guys respect each other.
We respect each other. He already know that. And we're going to get down March 4th, 2000. UFC 209. Make sure y'all tune in and buy the pay-per-view anyway.
Check it.
More importantly, black and white, David, it's always the issue sometimes. I'm going to send it back to you, friend.